Antonio Brown has been making much more noise off the field, unfortunately, than on it. His problems are enormous. They're immense. His personality and his antics have definitely caught up with him. So much so that attorney and sports agent Drew Rosenhaus has dumped him. He told him in a letter that, hey, bro, I got to break ties with you because you are making the situation so catastrophic that you're tarnishing my image. So I can't do any business with you anymore. You have to go. But if you get help, I can help you. You can come back. Now, this is saying a lot, man. Drew Rosenhaus has dealt with some controversial clients. Tyreek Hill, who's been having, or who has had problems in the NFL. He's had problems at Oklahoma State. He's had problems throughout his career off the field, college and NFL. Terrell Owens, do I need to say more? Plaxico Burress, who shot himself in the club. Chad Johnson. I mean, we're dealing with somebody who he specializes in dealing with controversial black male athletes. But Antonio Brown is even too much for him. And now everybody is blaming Antonio Brown, which they should, because Antonio Brown, something is wrong with him. But what is wrong with him? And let me take a bite out of David Carroll's book. I heard his podcast on Antonio Brown. I agree. Antonio Brown has problems that stem from his personal life in Florida when he was coming up as a teen. His mother had problems, or he had a problem with her. She kicked him out of the house for her boyfriend. Things like this. Antonio Brown has a very troubled past. And Antonio Brown definitely has issues. But the biggest issue that Antonio Brown has is the accountability. You see, all of this talent that he has, this work ethic that he has, he wants to be productive. He's a guy that will give it his all on the field. But Antonio Brown doesn't think he has a problem. And this is why Drew Rosenhaus can't help him. And I think that even for somebody like him, he's getting criticized. But you cannot help one who doesn't want to be helped. And I'm pretty sure Drew Rosenhaus is saying, hey, bro, listen, you're a talented all-pro receiver. Calm down on the Instagram. Calm down on Facebook. Calm down on YouTube. Whatever you're doing, bro. I'm working day in and day out to get you another job. You messed up the Raiders deal. I can't get paid off of that. I got you over at the Patriots. We can't get paid off of that. Then you go and you have this sexual misconduct situation. I can't get paid off of that. I got you an interview. I got you a trial with the Saints. That didn't work out. And you're trashing people. Now you're on here trashing baby mama all the time. You're going back and forth with Stephen A. Smith. I cannot help you. And I don't know if this will be a wake-up call for Antonio Brown. But I think of it in many ways such as this. Brothers, a lot of times we got to cut people off that we cannot help. I have a problem with this. I'm always trying to go the extra mile for a person that doesn't want to go the extra mile for themselves. And Antonio Brown is addicted to BS. He's addicted to drama. He's addicted to chaos. And it doesn't matter that let me say this. Antonio Brown is such an excellent receiver, mainly because he can run every route on the route tree. The guy has impeccable hands. He tries hard. He works hard. But all of those things are null and void because he's a shit starter. And a guy that has that kind of talent, you gotta wonder, man, the guy can play, but do I want him in my locker room? The answer is no. Pittsburgh Steelers, they have a problem with Ben Roethlisberger, but Pittsburgh is right about him. Gruden cut him. He's right. Everybody's right about Antonio Brown. And unfortunately, Antonio Brown doesn't want to solve his own problem. A lot of times I have friends, man, I know they're good. For example, I went to high school with a buddy of mine. His name was Ontario Smith. I also went to high school with Dante Stallworth, Paris Warren, guys like that. Ontario Smith is one of the best running backs I've ever seen play football. His NFL career was cut short due to the fact that he couldn't live up to the drug policy. He was then kicked out of the league and never came back. He was suspended indefinitely. But I really want to say this. I watched the interview that Ontario Smith gave about a year ago. And people used to always call him dumb or stupid for what he was, using drugs in the NFL and all of that. And he said, listen, man, at the time, I didn't care about what they were saying. I was living my life. And you know what? Antonio Brown may be just living his life. And as much as a community that we came from, and Moses will tell you when Ontario Smith got suspended out of the league indefinitely, man, that hurt our community. We wanted him to go back and achieve. We know he had the talent to do so. But at the time, that wasn't what he wanted. He didn't really want to be on the NFL, at least on their terms. And he suffered the consequences of that. And Antonio Brown doesn't want to be in the NFL because if he did, he would do it on their terms. He doesn't want to be in the NFL, and he can't do it on his terms. And when you're Drew Rosenhaus and you're trying to take somebody to take a chance on a guy like this, and they don't want to do it because they don't want to listen, you cut him off. Antonio Brown has to settle whatever personal issues he has with whatever happened to him as a child. As you know, money doesn't change those problems. Fame doesn't change those problems. Women doesn't change those problems. You have to get help. Doesn't matter that you're a hard worker. Doesn't matter that you're talented. Doesn't matter that you're academic. If you have those problems, they're going to haunt you. You got to get help. Antonio Brown needs help. He needs help fast. All right? And it's not just him. A lot of brothers are suffering with the same situation. Get help. You might not be like Antonio Brown, but you might internalize it differently. Get help. Because people that can help you can't help you when you're acting like Antonio Brown. All right. So Drew Rosenhaus made the right decision, guys. I really do thank you for your support. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell. Make sure you go to the first comment below. Check out all the stuff that I have, my email, my contact information. There's my Patreon, supportnegromanosphere.com. Also, make sure you check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. You guys will get definitely love those. And like I always say, the buffoonery remains an all-time high, brothers. Peace out.